Greetings Indie Warriors, and welcome back to I Dream of Indie Games. My name is Gamer Joe, and it's Monday, so you know the drill. Here are 22 brand new exciting indie game releases that you can look forward to for the week of August 12th through the 16th of 2024. We hope you're all staying cool out there because it has been hot where I'm at, and speaking of hot, the indie calendar is really heating up now. As always, we thank you so much for supporting independent content. Be sure to like and subscribe if you love indies as much as we do, and do head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames where you can gain Discord access, early shows, and so much more. Before we get into all of those sweet indie releases for the week, we just want to take a quick moment to thank our wonderful indie sponsor for making content like this possible, Chaos Entertainment. Releasing on October 24th for PC, Creatures of War is a survival horror game with dinosaurs. Where have I heard that before? Oh yeah, dinosaurs almost always make everything better in video games. Primal Rage, Dino Crisis, Joe and Mac, Cadillacs and dinosaurs. Maybe you can think of some other examples? Let me know in the comments below. But I think dinosaurs have a history of being badass myself. Find out what has happened to the Delta Squad while doing everything you can to survive. Intense combat will have you relying on a wide assortment of weaponry, from rifles to shotguns and, of course, grenades or rocket launchers to blast your foes to smithereens, scatter those dino guts everywhere. Explore lush islands that are misleadingly beautiful, taking control of Mike Ludwig. But your squad has gone missing for a reason, as you'll soon discover. Yeah, this place is super dangerous. From spiders to raptors and weird mosquito thingies, you'll need to carefully aim your shots and manage your resources so you don't end up dead. It's kinda like a super violent, crazy version of Jurassic Park, and no, there are no electric fences holding back the dinosaurs in this game either. On second thought, maybe we don't care where Delta Squad went. Get me off this island, please, someone help! But in all seriousness, if you like the idea of a survival horror game with dinos, use the link in our description box below and help an indie dev out. Add Creatures of War to your wishlist today. Once again, a very special thank you to the good folks over at Chaos Entertainment for sponsoring this video. But now you know what time it is, everybody. It's on to the indies. We begin our week with Operation Polygon Storm, which will first come to PC and follow on consoles a bit later. If you're a fan of management war titles, look no further than this one. You'll be in charge of deploying units, creating strategies, and coming out on top as a war hero. Battles will act out very quickly, and players will have tons of customizable options pertaining to the soldiers that they wish to deploy. This one won't have any base building elements, placing a larger focus on the combat. Environments are destructible as well, so try not to stay in one place for too long. Coming to us from Toxic Studio and Untold Tales. About a year and a half ago now, we reviewed Shoulders of Giants here on the channel, and I recall Silent Signs being a little bit lukewarm on it. But now, in an interesting move, the game returns with an Ultimate Edition. If you did miss the original, you control a robot with a frog attached in a roguelike action-adventure that can be played solo or with friends. Yes, I said friends because now 4-player co-op is an option. If you missed it the first time, this is your opportunity to battle your way through sci-fi settings with this Ultimate Edition launching on PC and PlayStation soon. I still think the whole frog robot thing is kinda weird, but maybe that's just me. And entering early access on the 13th, we have first-person shooter Level 0 Extraction coming to us from Dog Howl Games and Tiny Build. This is a tactical shooter that will have elements of survival horror mixed in for good measure. You'll take control of either alien creatures or mercenaries in a dark, twisted world. The game does allow for solo play, or can be enjoyed with a group of friends. Attempt to grab loot while surviving intense bloody shootouts, or as the aliens, you know what to expect, you gotta kill the humans, eat them alive. Players can have up to 2 other teammates, and guns can be customized across the various maps. Good luck out there, this one's going to be in early access first. More multiplayer co-op action next, and more horror elements. I love Halloween in August. Demonsomnia is billed as a body cam horror experience where you need to survive toxic radiation, gather evidence, and take out any demons that stand in your way. The game will be powered by Unreal Engine 5, with the body camera being a crucial element of the gameplay. This will allow you to see demons and radio them into HQ. That's right, as if the radiation weren't enough to deal with, you gotta worry about aliens too. Get to the investigating and bring a friend along on the 13th. Have you ever dreamed of running your own tavern? I honestly have. I think it would be so much fun, but also I know it's a ton of work. Well, it might be a little easier to play Tavern Manager Simulator, which will make us all happy on the 13th. Also an early access release, you'll be in charge of just about everything from fixing up the tavern, decorating, and creating the food. Chop that meat. The fantasy setting is something I am really liking about this game, and I eagerly anticipate serving dwarves and elves beers soon. But hopefully I don't overserve them. You got any cheese? It's time to head back to school, but don't worry, this is a magical school known as Academy Elementinia. Harness the power of Leximancy, which unlocks languages in this bizarre-looking indie release, Leximan. Words are the name of the game here as you cast spells and grab pieces of words to try and fit them all together. Why does this kinda sound like a Jackbox game? This one seems to have a really fun sense of humor to it, very unique visual style for sure, and some clever puzzles that should challenge gamers in new ways. As a general rule of thumb, it's probably not a good idea to get involved with the mob. Too late for that, however, in Crime Scene Cleaner, releasing on the 14th. You'll be hiding the evidence by cleaning up nasty crime scenes and staying 1 foot ahead of the authorities at all times. Why are you doing this? Well, the money is good, sure, but it's to save your daughter's life. It's a strange, fun time to be a gamer, made all the more evident with games like this.
Cleaning procedure started.
Does anyone remember that TV show called Love Connection? Well, you'll be matching together couples as a cute little ghost now in Love Ghostie. Hopefully you can make some connections from beyond the grave. If it wasn't obvious, this is a cozy title through and through, with players needing to use those trusty management skills as well. Match residents in a variety of ways and discover why love truly is forever. You know, I've worked in many factories throughout my life and played through many factory-based levels in my gaming career. Shapez 2 doesn't want me to escape my past and wants me to do the factory building myself in video game form. Ugh. Create the ultimate blueprint and epic production line in this early access release. The 3D factories are certainly impressive looking, with the game also featuring a full research system, tons of shapes, 4 different game modes, and a massive blueprint library.
The challenge comes from puzzling out how to create specific shapes, as well as scaling your production for larger deliveries. Shapez is different from other factory games in that there are no predetermined recipes for a solution. Your buildings perform simple functions like cutting shapes in half, changing their color, or stacking them.
Get ready for some strategic space action when Sins of a Solar Empire 2 launches on the 15th. Explore the great unknown in this epic sequel to a much-loved strategy release. Featuring intense battles and 6 different factions to choose between, this game will feature extremely deep tactics. While it's not my genre of choice, I hope that fans of these types of games are very much excited for it. Here's a sequel that I never really expected to see. It's Intravenous 2. I remember trying the first game out and thinking it had some pretty cool ideas, so it'll be interesting to see how improved this follow-up is. The game is heavy on tactic-style gameplay with a dark storyline. Sneaking up on enemies will typically be the best solution, but prepare for anything. This title will feature 2 playable characters, a bullet time mode, nearly 30 weapons, and even multiple endings. That sounds like a jam-packed sequel to me. Are you looking to relax with something a bit less stressful? No stealth required here in Gourdlets, a sandbox adventure where you create towns and a prosperous community of veggie friends. The game has no real objective other than to relax players, and your little Gourdlets can even hang out in idle mode. Gourdlets also features changing weather, tons of building options, and no currency system to worry about. Sounds chill to me. I'd like to live in a place like that.
The more flowers you harvest, the more presents will be delivered. Simple enough, right? Gourdlets can also hang out at the bottom of your screen in idle window mode. They will keep you company while you multitask or unwind. Just build, create, and watch as your Gourd world flourishes. Today, I'm happy to reveal that Gourdlets is launching on Steam on August 15th.
The comic book art looks quite lovely in the FPS title I Am Your Beast, releasing on the 15th. Take control of Agent Harding, who gets called back into work after being retired for years. This intense-looking violent campaign will feature over 20 levels, side missions, tons of weapons, and music from the composer of titles like El Paso Elsewhere. See, there is a little something for everyone this week, all kinds of different genres.
Captain, deploy the demolition squad.
Publisher Team 17 has been busy this year and has another release coming this week called WARCANA. This RTS title will feature deck building elements and have you serving up massive armies, then sending them off into epic battles. See if you can last through wave after wave of enemies, featuring both a single-player campaign and a battle royale mode. This pixel art also looks awesome, I just gotta say, and with thousands of enemies on screen at any given time, it looks pretty intense.
30-player online battle royale, or become the ultimate kill racing champion in online horde mode. If you enjoy beautiful pixel art, absolutely monstrous battles of up to 50,000 units, building huge gigabases, and out-strategizing your opponents, WARCANA is the game for you.
Also from Team 17, fans of Dredge can look forward to more DLC. The Iron Rig content is the second new piece of content for the game, and this go-around, players will be treated to nearly 5 more hours of gameplay. A new story will also be unveiled alongside additional fish and gear. It's great that this game has so much success so far. Who would have thought a horror fishing game becoming something of an indie classic? I love to see it. A tactical RPG with great style will also be launching on the 15th. This is Arco, a game that will feature an interesting simultaneous turn-based battle system. Broken up into various campaigns, players will face many great challenges as they gather resources across the West and learn new survival skills. Each character will play differently, and I have to say the game just looks drop-dead gorgeous, so I'm really excited to add this one to my collection, coming from Panic. Here's a release from the folks that brought us Rain on Your Parade. Just Crow Things looks to offer the same charm and humor with colorful, cute visuals and sound. Become the baddest crow on the planet as you go through sandbox environments and befriend various animals. Even raise a bit of hell if you want. The game will have 10 levels, plenty of ways to decorate your crow, and even poop modes. Gross! Here's something different, a board game with retro-style visuals. You gotta love it. Be the boss, literally, in Overboss. You'll be in charge of creating dungeons and hoarding monsters. A tile-based board game of sorts. You'll collect power points and gain influence while recruiting monsters and becoming king of the overworld. Honestly, this looks like a lot of fun and something different, so I want to try it for myself. Show 'em all who's boss on the 15th. How do you pick what you want to play on this day? My goodness. Now just look at this one. Play as Nancy Maple in The Crimson Diamond, an EGA text parser adventure title. Nancy is a detective from Canada who heads to a mysterious spooky town in hopes of finding a valuable diamond. Old school adventure gameplay is a given, and the art really just speaks to me. Just what will you find in this lodge? Looks like you'll need to play to find out for yourselves. Explore colorless islands and bring them back to life in Farewell North. I actually owned a roughback collie when I was growing up, and I'm a huge dog lover, so hearing that I get to play as a collie in a video game is awesome. Farewell North will pack an emotional punch and will have you solving puzzles, rounding up sheep and chickens, and doing doggy things. You can add this unique indie to your library on the 16th, but maybe bring some Kleenex. It's gonna be a tearjerker. Lovecraft fans, this release might get your attention, citing inspirations such as Domekeeper and Spelunky. Feed the Deep is coming to us from the creator of Jetpack Joyride and Fruit Ninja. Survive underwater and explore for items and upgrades. Be careful though, you only have so much oxygen. Caves will be procedurally generated, so stay on your toes as you never know just what to expect in this one.
Real risk. Luckily, the cave is full of resources to collect. So you can buy items to dive deeper, see further, and discover new areas.
Who doesn't need another action-adventure title, right? I certainly never have enough of them, and pixel graphics with a chiptune soundtrack, that's music to my ears. Control Martin in Castaway as his ship has crashed on a mysterious island. Search for your missing pet and take down the 3 different bosses in story mode. Or try the survivor mode, which has 50 challenging floors. Worried about the challenge level? A pacifist mode features no enemies, so fear not. And if you want to challenge yourself after all, try the speedrun mode. We hope you enjoyed all of the content in this list, and thank you for supporting independent content.